okay about it?
Yeah, there's a couple things I wanted to like go over.
Sure.
Yeah.
So do you have any to start?
I have a really hard time dealing with like people who don't like commit very often. I just want to, I just kind of feel like when people figure that out, they blame me because I'm pretty good at like scuffles.
Okay.
I feel like pretty confident in that, but like I find it really hard to get hits when they're just
Okay, sure. So do you just want to talk about that a bit?
yeah.
Okay, any particular matchup, or is this like every matchup?
I don't really experience it too much. It's mainly against like Spaceys and other Sheiks.
Spaceys and other Sheiks, okay. Okay, so let's talk. So, I have an easy answer and a complex answer.
Okay.
I'll give you both. So, pick Fox, actually.
Pick Fox?
Yeah, it'll be easier for me to just show you the ranges.
Are we like doing play?
No. I just want to be able to be the one controlling Sheik.
Okay.
And I want a Fox on the screen. So let's talk about it. So let's say the Fox is being passive.
Right.
What does that mean to you? What are they actually doing?
In my opinion, I think they're like trying to make me
No, I mean like what are they literally doing in the game? What?
like just moving around like
Very far away from you?
Very far away.
Okay, so move around very far away from me.
Okay.
So what happens if you do that? What are they doing about it? Obviously, I assume these players are trying to do something like that, right?
Right.
So what are they doing about it?
If they see me come in and they're gas chancing, they usually full pop out or they like full pop back here. Or they'll retreat to ledge and stall. And like they'll do this and then like, and if I'm like way on the other side of the stage, I like, when I try to come in, I like feel like they just like full hop this, like come on top of me, or then they like see me running in, so then they come in with me.
Okay. So now let's talk about it. You just identified a very important thing. When you run towards them, they stop being passive.
Right.
So maybe that's not so hard, right? Because if you think about it, if all you're doing to make them stop being passive is move towards them, then it should be pretty easy for you to stop them from doing that, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
So I think very conceptually, you already know the concept, and most people do that. You know, if you move towards them, they got to do something. But I think in the moment, it's hard to realize that like you're now playing like a new mix-up situation where you have all the stage control. So like let's say full hop so that you beat my boost curve.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So do that again. You're dead. You're literally dead. Just for that magnet. So think about that risk reward. So that doesn't seem so bad for Sheik, right? But the thing is, you might not full hop. You might do something else, right? So let's say you nared at me, right?
Okay.
So then I might get hit or something, right? So maybe that's bad. So what if I run at you and I wave dash back? You know, so like nair at me right now. Again, you're screwed. So let's say you full hopped instead, okay? Scoot back a bit. So full hop. So I might not punish it, right? But you see, so I'm safe versus the nair. But now that you've whiffed your move, I'm at more of an advantage than I was before. Does that make sense to you?
That makes sense.
Because now you're full hopping, you're back air, and you're in lag. And I already finished my wave dash a long time ago. So now if I try to engage with you, you're in more bad situation where you're more forced to do something. Because when you're lasering like full stage away, while I run at you, like, you know, it's whatever the whole time. But let's talk about when I get to you, if you full hop, suddenly, okay, so full hop when I get near you. Oh, suddenly, you're landing, I'm right here. What if I just run up and hit you now? So now maybe that's my chance to go like run up and short hop to push. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think this is stuff you probably already knew, but I think sometimes when you play Sheik, like, I mean I play Sheik a ton, you know, it gets really frustrating when you're like guessing wrong in a lot of the situations. You're just like, man, I just can't hit them. But you have to remember that when you're moving towards them, they're not actually just camping, they're doing things. And that means they're actually playing the game with you, they're fighting you. So just think of it as you need to get close enough for them to like actually interact and then just go from there. Does that make sense? Does that make you feel better about it at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
so I have a more complicated answer too. That was the simple answer, funnily enough.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I was going to say. Go ahead and ask first.
Say we're on the stage. Can we go to a stage with platforms?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to talk about it on the ground first.
Right.
And now we work up.
Say like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm like, say like I'm Fox, and I'm just like doing this. And like I'm Sheik, I'm trying to like this. What do you do now? I'm Sheik, I want to hit the Fox on platform. He's doing like the same here. He's like shield dropping it through.
A lot of the times, Fox players are on platforms. I just ignore them, honestly. Because I think of it like this. Go up to the platform. How can you hit me right now?
The only thing I can realistically do is come off the platform.
Yeah, and that's really easy to beat, right?
Yeah.
Up tilt, up air, wave dash back forward tilt, crouch cancel. You know, you have a ton of options. So the way I think of platforms are just, they can't actually hit me. So that's okay. So as long as I stay outside of their threat zones, so you perfectly identified, this right here is the only path they can take to hit me. So I just make sure I don't get hit by that. And then once they do something else, I go play the new situation.
So if they're on platform, should I like not even try to challenge?
Well, I think at a basic level you should. The goal isn't to immediately hit him. The goal is like, I put it this way. If he can't hit you and you have a shot, you at least could hit him, right?
Right.
So then if you just play that situation 100 times, 1 or 2 of the times you'll hit him and he'll still never hit you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of annoying to have that patience, but just conceptually, he's not threatening you and you can put yourself in a spot to threaten him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now, I think another thing though is I think turning your back when Fox is on platforms is really good. Or like let's say you jump to top platform.
Yeah.
I can see I put myself at this angle because this is where my back air is.
Okay.
So back air is your best move for challenging all the air to air spaces. So or let's say you go up here, I want to put myself here.
Right.
Or so something you could do is dash dance and then like pivot and short hop or pivot and full jump, you know?
Okay.
So let's say you're on the side platform.
Okay.
So let's say I go like short hop. Now if you jumped off the platform, I bear you, right?
Right.
Let's say you go to top platform, I double jump and bear you. So suddenly you don't want to do either of those.
Right.
So now instead I empty short hop. You didn't do either of those. You either waited or you dropped through, right? So then I can land and move back here, and now I can pressure you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you kind of go step by step where you cut off the major options, because when they're on a platform, you keep them cornered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Then if they're on the top platform, even if you can't keep them cornered, you can keep them at an angle to you where they can never hit you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I guess one of my other, like, when I watch like top level players play, like you or like,
Yeah, sure.
Like, I always feel like you guys are always like in each other's faces. It's like, you know, like none of you guys are playing this game.
So you don't see the situations as often.
Right.
Yeah. So what I recommend, I actually tell people this a lot, is watch top players play mid-level players. Watch top level players play low-level players. Because you're right. If I'm playing Mango, we're not going to be doing that. That's partially because both of us are more interested in immediately interacting.
Right.
So we're not gonna, because I think Mango probably feels like, well, if I sit on the platforms, I'm never gonna hit you. And I feel like, well, if I just sit here, nothing's ever gonna happen. So we both just try to fight. It's kind of like an honor thing. But you know, there are 8 minutes, kind of unfortunately. So if people want to wait 8 minutes, they can wait 8 minutes, you know?
Right.
So what I recommend is you want to watch Plup fight a Campy Fox player.
Okay.
Like a DJ or like a Kaon. And then, you know, Plup's gonna win, right? So then you watch how did he win? How did he make it so he wasn't just getting camped forever? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So I think like that's an important.
It's like it's pretty much trying to figure out like their pattern and like just putting out like good hitboxes here,
Yeah, put
or
up-
if they come up here. Like,
Just make sure you control the space that would allow them to hit you or escape the situation. And as long as you can keep them enclosed, then all you need is one timing mix-up. So for example, go to the platform.
okay.
Let's say you know I'm going to short hop to bear or short hop to double jump bear. So let's say you wait right now, or you like try to bait me by dash dancing or something. What if I, instead of short, so let's say I go over here, and then instead of short hopping like this, like, so let's say I'm over here, right?
Right.
So one thing is that's annoying is that you have to turn around, right?
Right.
So let's say I go like wave dash, turn around, short hop. Do you see how that could be good?
Oh yeah.
So you can come up, so that's just an example movement. But what I would recommend is that you, like, practice versus CPU and literally just practice different movement patterns that set you up to deal with it. I actually grinded this out with Sheik a lot, where I put like a computer on a platform and I just moved around and I imagined myself attacking him.
Okay.
Or like, you know how the CPUs follow you around? So I would go to a platform, and then once he chased me, I would run back down to the ground really fast and try to like do movement as if I was in a match and think about how I could like position hitting him. Like, you know, all these things where like, so you see like this one was pretty simple, but you're like, oh, that was cool. Maybe you didn't think of that, right?
Right.
But I think having a plan, or like let's say you run up and short hop, maybe that's bad because then he jumps on top of you. So maybe you could do run up, wave dash back. And then let's say he doesn't run at you, then you could do, so you do a run up, wave dash back, and then dash pivot. Maybe something like that. Or maybe you could do dash, wave dash in place, and then just run straight under him, and then start pressuring him like that. So simple timing mix-ups can also be really useful. So you don't always have to be limit closed. You can also use the concept of just, since he doesn't want to get hit coming off the platform, you can just do one timing read and get under him, or get to a good, better spot. Does that make sense? Cool.
So I guess could I play your fast?
I'm probably not going to be camping unless you ask me to, by the way.
No.
So if you want me to camp you, I will camp. But would you rather just play, or do you want me to?
I'd rather you play how you normally play,
sure.
and like you can tell me some things about like my punish game too, or my up close.
Yeah, I'm absolutely down. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the times you throw out a move in up close fights, it has like kind of no chance of hitting. So like you'll hit me with a weak nair, and then you'll just go for down tilt. But like, you know, like weak nair is not going to combo to down tilt at like 20, right? So you're kind of giving up a lot of things. Or like, let's say in the corner, like I literally saw you forward tilt, like a little closer, get closer.
Like here?
No, you were like here, kind of. Stand there, and turn around and now forward tilt. What does that forward tilt mean? Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, so what does that cover? That only covers like dash shield, right? But what if I just jump off? See how you didn't really account for that option? So stuff like that can just like get you killed pretty easy. Does that make sense?
So like maybe instead of like up tilt,
Up tilt or short hop, just short hopping in place and reacting, or running under, or maybe just back off for a second and wait and see what I do, you know? Hold it. Wow. So you see how I'm holding down on all your dash attacks?
Yeah.
So what you want to do instead is grab right. So you got cornered there, right?
Right.
Do you remember what you did?
I think I went to platform.
Well, how did you get cornered in the first place? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure I like moved instead of the dash attack.
Yeah, you tried to hit me with dash attack. So what happened is I hit your shield, you wave dashed to center, and then tried to dash attack me in the corner. But all I did is I jumped out of the way, and now you cornered yourself. But when you wave dashed away, you'd already escaped from it. So I think since you're kind of like a fighter type, like you're trying to scuffle and stuff, a lot of the times you put yourself in bad positions or throw out moves in order to fight, and it kind of ends up screwing you. So sometimes you're just gonna have to, if all you get out of that is a wave dash away, then that's fine. You don't have to engage again. And that's okay, you know?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Same thing, right? So you could grab, maybe up smash, I forget what percent I was on, but up smash might have worked. That was cool.
After this, I want to ask you about like me being on platforms, good options, like when I should be, things like that.
So what about platforms?
Like, I don't know. I was kind of talking to Ginger about it, and he was telling me like sucks, but like I always see like you and Club like really good at like dating and shield drops. I don't know.
Dating
like,
what?
with shield dropping and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like that. Like I feel like when I play Spacies, I'm just on a platform and shield. I'm not gonna interact. But like I see you guys sometimes like go to platform, they'll actually challenge you and move or automatically hit. Or like you'll go to platform, you'll like fake out, wait down, or you'll be in your shield, lay dash down, show how to center stage, or you'll go to top platform, come down, or go on wave there.
And go to the other side. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you identified them. So then what's the question really?
But like, I guess like, what am I really trying to make out of the space animal to do?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like if I'm doing this, like, and I'm playing incompetent spaces, most of the time,
They just don't do anything?
I feel like I'm not getting anything out of it.
Then just get back down, then you just get out off the platform for free, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that, like, my goal on the platform is my goal is never to hit someone.
Okay.
That's not my goal. If they try to engage with me, so that's the idea, is that being on a platform is good for Sheik, because her mix-up game on the platforms is pretty good. So if they engage with you, you'll be able to do a favor. So fighting spaces with Sheik is kind of always like, you're trying to find a way to fight them where it's not an unfair fight. Because you know how the wrist reward a lot of the times is kind of unfair for Sheik? It's like, man, I just got shined, I took 60, and it's like, it's so hard for you, right? So anytime you can get them to fight on your terms, it's good. So if you're on a platform and they try to fight you, that's much more fair for you. Does that make sense?
Right.
But then if they don't try to fight you, maybe that means they're not engaging. But then if someone's not engaging you, then it's a lot more fair of a fight. Because let's say you run forward with Sheik, maybe you're scared of Fox just drilling you, right? But if he's not actually trying to hit you, and you're on this platform, maybe you could just wave dash off and run towards him. And if he's not engaging with you, suddenly you're in a good spot, right? So I think the idea is that the platform kind of gives you a timing mix-up, where it's like if you're just chilling on the ground here compared to being on the platform, maybe you're less safe on the ground than on the platform, right? So then if they never interact with you, that gives you a chance to go interact with them on more of your terms. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
How can I identify or know things, like, when's a good time to even go to the platform? Like, is it something I should do as like an execution test to see if they're willing to
You
fight
can. That's not, so I don't like doing that just because, like you said, me and Mango Play, we're just going at it.
Right.
So there's kind of like this honor thing that we're like, we just want to play the game. But you have 8 minutes. If you want to spend 10 seconds testing them, there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's a very, very good idea, I would say. There's great idea. Another good idea is just using platforms is a good way to get needle charge, right?
Right.
So you can use it to get needle charge, and then if they don't want to fight you, you get needles. Like, at the very least, they'll have to laser you or something. So what if you fake needle charge and then just run off and start fighting them? Well, now Fox is in the corner on the platform. That's good for you, right?
Right.
So you can think of things like that, maybe.
Okay.
Otherwise, though, I would say that for, like, you were talking about me and Club, I would maybe try to timestamp things in the video and then talk to someone about it. And you can even message me if you want, and if I have time, I'll definitely get to you. But if not me, you have plenty of good players in Michigan, right? So, like, just if you're you seem to have a very good general idea of what's going on, but I think you should get more specific. Timestamp it, watch it, be like, what on earth happened for Pluck to get this hit, you know? Or, man, when DJ was just full hopping, how did Pluck even get this hit? What did he do? You know, go back and actually watch it and identify the exact things going on. Because I think you have a very good general sense of what's going on, but not a very good specific sense. But if you can find concrete answers, then that'll help you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, do you want to find more?
Yeah. I'm seeing how much time I have.
How much? 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Cool. There's plenty of time for 2 games.
Yeah.
I think another thing is, I don't know if you agree, but did you notice that a lot of the times you kind of didn't respect my execution or tech skill?
Yes.
And you would get destroyed for it, right?
Right.
So, I'm not telling you always have to respect them, but at least be better about gauging your opponent. Like, especially you fight me, within the first 30 seconds, you could probably already see, like, wow, he hit that ledge dash. Wow, he, it's like...
I've been told by so many people, like, even this guy told me at the house, like, just stay, like, right here, or, like, right here with Sheik. If you can ledge dash.
And it's not just ledge dashing, it's also things like you hit my shield and I way dash out a shield perfectly and chime you. Or, like, I get the shield grab on something and you're not, like, you jab my shield. That's kind of an execution test, right? I shield grab you instantly, up there you take 40 and you're like, wait. So, it works on a lot of people though. So I'm not going to tell you should never do it, but definitely be aware of what the purpose of what you're doing is and what it actually loses to. Okay. Make sense? Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Oh shit. You messed up too?
No, I just.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We're just playing. So I think also your ledge dash options aren't that good. Have you noticed you get hit a lot?
Yeah.
I think it's because you usually up tilt or forward tilt. Try doing.
I was going to ask you, I can't get out of the corner.
Try dashing backwards after you ledge dash.
So, like,
Yeah.
I know that was a bit.
No, but yeah, exactly. Here, recover. Yeah, so that's actually a really good way, because, like, let's say Fox is just spamming bear right now. Do you see how you can, like, ledge dash and then just dash dance and grab me or dash attack me?
Yeah.
See? So you're not getting hit.
Right.
Another thing you can do is kind of ledge dash in place.
Oh, yeah.
That's really
yeah,
good.
Right.
So what you can do is, like, ledge dash in place and then jump to a platform. And then suddenly you're kind of out, you know?
Okay, right.
Another thing you can do is mix up your ledge stall timing.
Right. Like,
Because yeah,
your
fast stall, doing the fast stall versus the slow stall versus just doing the stall and then just wait a quarter of a second before doing your next stall.
Right.
And then let's say you're stalling. I jump. That's a chance for you to change your timing and then get up on an off timing for my back air. Does that make sense? Another thing you can do is actually just ledge hop forward with full invincibility and just get an invincible fair out. Sometimes people are drifting too close to you, and if you just jump up as high, as fast as you can actually invincibly fair even like a battlefield platform.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so, like,
So do a stall first. Yeah, so that could, if you time that right, you can get it invincible. And then if they always, you see how high that hit and how far in?
Yeah.
So all you can do is do that fair, but then instead of drifting to here, drift to like here instead. So like,
or like, you mean
like ledge hop fair, but then don't go as far forward.
oh, like,
But still delay. Here, can I pull it for a second? No, it's okay. So like, this is, so that covers that, right?
Right.
But then, and then you just land here.
right.
So then if they try to get any closer to you, you would have faired them. But then if they give you space, then Fox would spare and you would fair, and at least you're on stage. Right? Or you could go like, so like with the stalls, and then do it. You know, you wait a split second, he jumps preemptively, and then you're ledge dashing while he's jumping. So then that gives you a chance to run under him or up air him or back, something like that. Okay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess let's call it time. Actually, we have time for one more. Let's play it one match.
Okay.
See, if you didn't run off stage, you would have still been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you tried it though. Nice. I hit the shot. Ledge dash, right? Hey, look how much damage you just took. See, you died. Like, that's so big. Nice. Feel like that was good?
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, absolutely. I had fun playing you. I'm sure I'll see you next time on Michigan.